You're saying that in the case of Syria, when you look at the military situation there, you can't just do it with some cruise missiles. You can't just do it with some aircraft.
No, this is actually, and I mean, just to use militaries that have had recent focus, the Syrian military is a much better military than the Libyan military. They've got significant capability, and that's something that we all need to take into consideration as well. So it would be very, very difficult to do. The other thing that I've certainly learned in the last 10 years, would like to have learned more quickly, is the understanding, once you take this step, who are we dealing with? Everybody's having a hard time. Who are the good guys and who are the bad guys in this case? And also, what are the cultural issues that we need to be paying attention to? I mean, you can sort of physically go in, stop it, physically be there, but pretty quickly we have to get to an understanding of the culture of the people that we're dealing with. And we have not been, and I'll focus on the military very specifically, we were nowhere close to where we needed to be from a cultural understanding and ability to adapt when we went into these wars. We're much smarter about that now, but I've just seen it in so many ways. So we have to pay attention to all the players, the politics of it. After you get the killing stopped, then what? And that's a question that needs to be asked before we do it as well.
You could end up with another decade-long kind of period like you had between the first and second Iraq wars, couldn't you?
Well, certainly Libya is an example that I would like to think is a model in a sense that, we went in, I thought, in a very, very precise and supportive way to achieve the outcome, but it didn't result in a sort of a 10-year commitment with troops. We've got a pretty rich history of going in with some expectation that it's going to be a short period of time. And I mean, going back to Bosnia, they're sort of 10 years at a time. That's taught me a lot. And so you'd want to, again, try to answer the follow-on questions of what after we stop the killing, who's going to be in charge, how are we going to make sure we move to the next step in what is from a tribal, sectarian, religious mix, much more complicated than a place like Iraq.